down here for just a minute. I got to spend a few minutes with Lily and Addison this morning. They were on the river all day yesterday. They both sound a little squishy. Waterlogged. Do you hear them walk? Well, all right. Well, this is not my strongest suit, but it is lots of fun. And I'm going to do another balloon today. Look on the desktop there, Carter. I want you to find a picture of the story of the ugly duckling. There we go. Yeah, make that a little bigger. There we go. Thank you. I don't know if you've ever heard the story of the ugly duckling. And, you know, ugly is not a really very good word. I hope that you never call anybody ugly. And I hope that you don't even really think that any person or anything is ugly. I used to think in terms like that. But I've really come to grow up a little bit that I found out that everything that God has made has its own personal kind of beauty. And sometimes you might even look in the mirror and you might say, well, I'm ugly. Please don't think like that. This is a story about some ducks that came out of their eggs, and when they all hatched out of their eggs, one of their brothers and sisters kind of looked different. Can you see the difference? They laughed at him, and they thought he was funny looking, and they made fun of him, and they were not nice. It's kind of like the reindeers and Rudolph. You know what was wrong with Rudolph? He had a red nose. Harper, come here. Let's pick out another balloon. Just got several colors there. Just reach in there and get a color that you like. Which color do you like? You want the blue one? All right. Okay, go sit back down again. We're going to use the blue balloon. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to tell you the story of the ugly duckling, because he was very unhappy. He was very sad. And sometimes people might make fun of you. They might say you're too tall, or you're too short, or they don't like the color of your skin or the color of your hair. They might say your feet are big, or your nose is not in the right place on your face. Watch this. Let's blow this up right here. Lots of different reasons that people might treat you like an ugly duckling. Well, this is a good story. It's really not a story that's in the Bible, but it tells a good Bible truth, because everything that God has ever made, and God made everything, He made everything with its own special beauty. You picked a good color there, Harper. I can't resist doing this again. I'm sorry. I just like doing that. Anyway, I'm going to tie a knot there. All right, now I'm going to come down here to this end right down here, and I'm just going to twist it a little bit. I don't know if I described my actions too well last Sunday, but then I'm going to come around here and get the part that you tie on with, and I'm going to wrap it around there, and I'm going to wrap it around there, and wrap it around here one more time, like that. Does that look like anything yet? All right, let's see. Let's bend it in the middle right here. And just hope it doesn't pop. You know, that's the thing when you're working with balloons. Still doesn't look like much. All right, let's see here. Trick is to get that to curl down just a little bit. I'm going to bend it down. And the way the story turns out is that a mistake had been made, and it really wasn't the baby's fault. But something happened, and a different kind of egg got put into the mama duck's nest. And take that picture down and put up the next picture there. You see, what he really was, he wasn't a duck at all. He wasn't born a duck. He wasn't in a duck egg. He was a swan. And there's a balloon rendition of a swan. And the story of the ugly duckling is that nobody really knows except God, except what you really are. You might not be a duck at all. You might be a goose or a gander. But look how beautiful he turned out when he grew up. He turned into a swan. And I have known a lot of people in my life. I've lived a long time. Not as long as Carolyn, but I've lived a long time, and I've seen people change. And I've seen what they can do and what they become. And I've watched people, so many people in the world today, among my friends and among my family members, who have really turned into swans. And they did wonderful things. And they said wonderful things. And they became wonderful people. And I'm so glad. I may have in my time laughed at people. I may have even pointed at people and made fun of them. That was very unkind and very ungracious. But I'm so happy. I'm hoping that in some ways, many of the duck things, the ugly duckling things in my life, have changed to the better, so that I've in some ways become a swan. What I really want to do is when I grow up, I don't want to so much be a swan as I want to be like Jesus. Okay? All right. Thank you very much. That's not a bad swan, is it? Let's ask our ushers to come down. Y'all can go back and sit with your folks again. Andy has selected some people to